All right, Dave, here is knife number 2, Sonder 7.5-inch folding knife. So the difference in these knives is they started giving them names. So here we have a black handled knife that looks exactly like the first that we received. This right here is exactly like the original orange handled bug out killer. And this knife right here is D2, just like it, except the handle comes in tan. This knife right here is a clean, I don't know what you want to call this, but I'm going to say like a stone wash. So the blade is basically the same thing, except there's no coating on it. But it doesn't feel like pure DO knife steel. So I've got to kind of wonder if this is not some kind of a shellac finish. And maybe I'm just out there in left field. I don't know. But you can feel the logo is raised. And that's about almost flush. But of course, I think that is because of the coating itself. So, and again, this says D2 steel here. A difference is this blade is printed China, and this one is strictly, it just says D2 steel. And it looks like they use the same hardware as original. The spacers are the same. Let's see. The rest of the knife is pretty much exactly the same, it appears. The pocket clips are the same. It looks like the thumb studs are about the same. Yeah. And your finger jimping, all the same. So these are basically the exact same knife, except now we have a black handled version. And the stone wash blade. And that is just a smooth stone wash blade. I'm sure there's probably no coating or anything on there. But I do have to kind of wonder, because I do know that D2 steel blade will rust. Let's see, I still have the original bug out killer, as I call them, that we dyed the handles, and those are brown. And so this blade along the edge, after so long, it did get a few little rust specks on it, but I run it through a sharpener a little bit, and that all cleaned up just fine. And so we compared this knife to this knife, and this knife compared to this one. Again, they are exactly the same knives, except the blade is different. So the original came with a coated blade. D2 is stamped China, or stamped China. The newer one comes with a coated blade, stamped China, D2 steel, and it's a tan blade, or tan scales. And then you've got the newest one, which is, again, the Sonder. I had to look at the box. And it is also stamped D2, not stamped China, which I'm sure it is still made in China, though. And it's got a black handle. So really the difference is in the newest iteration. So the original, in which I think this underwent two versions. I think the original, there was very minor differences with the pocket clip. I don't think it was reversible. I never even found that one. But this is the one I found, which was the later version of the orange-handled Ozark trail knife, 7.5-inch knife. And this is the next one they come out with, because this one did so well, they upgraded it by giving it tan handles. And then this is the current one, which I think this just come out this year. And this was upgraded with black handles and a stone wash blade. Of course, all of it's got the same laser etching on it. all of these are D2 steel blades. This is, in my opinion, the highest level in the whole series. You've got a little bit of blade movement there. It's not really crazy, but you can feel it. Nothing that bothers me any at all. If you'll remember this one, when I first opened it up and pulled this back, the blade stayed out, and I just barely touched it a little bit, and then it, flopped down. Then I put a little oil on it, and it's doing the same thing. I mean, it's just butter. It opens, closes, everything's great. This one right here, out of the box, is doing that. So that's pretty cool. But I can hear a little bit in there, like, and call me crazy, but it kind of sounds like potentially the bearings might be dry. So we're going to put a little oil on there because we have it and we can. Probably put more than I should, but it's there. Yeah, that I don't think you can hear it on the video, but it does sound a lot better. And sometimes I'll use our homemade knife lube that we made with, let me get it out here. We made this with graphite powder and cutting board oil, which is a food grade oil. So you don't have to worry about it, getting on a knife that you're going to cut your food or anything with. And so you just have to shake this up from time to time to get that graphite moving around in there and everything's good. And then the other times we'll use this Lucas Extreme Duty gun oil, and they're both good. The other one is a lighter oil. So I've got a knife that's a little tight, and I'll put that oil on there because it's got the least amount of drag. This is a little bit thicker, and so if a knife's already loose and it sounds dry, I'll put this on there, and it doesn't slow it down much of any at all. So this right here is what I'll use for a looser blade knife. And definitely the lock. This is not as hard to. This is definitely softer, in my opinion. No problems pulling it down. And in the beginning, and I probably only opened this in maybe 50, 60, 100 times, that it felt a little gritty pulling that down, and it didn't want to come down all the way easily with a single finger, and now it does. And it's only a few times working it, so it just needed a little bit of break in. This one, I've got no problems pulling it down. There is a little blade bounce in here, and it would even help the knife a lot to, which single fingers, I can get that thing open and closed. It would help the knife to do the magnet mod on it. Check my past videos, and you'll see the magnet mod and how to do it. It's a very simple process, easy to do, doesn't take much time, and it's great, especially on these manual knives. It doesn't hurt working with the blade at all. It doesn't slow any way you want to work the blade. Yeah, so it's no detriment to it in any way, shape, or form. So I'm going to take, and I'll link this knife's to review to this one, and the next one to this one, and so on and so forth, until we get all 5 knives in review that we received from Dan. Again, I want to thank Dan for sending these knives in to us to take a look at and to review. An amazing viewer. He's very supportive of the channel, and I feel very indebted to him. Dave, I appreciate you a lot, and I thank you for sending these in. I can't thank you enough. I ask that if you enjoy these videos, guys, like and subscribe. Become a member if you want. That area is going to even get better. I'm going to add things to the memberships and all that. So take a look at it and see what's what. Don't feel obligated. If you want to, great. If not, that's okay too. But I thank you guys, I enjoy spending time with you. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Your time is very important to me, and I thank you for spending it here with me. Thanks, and God bless.